Mig Zubiri nag-resign, Escudero inihalal, akap tuloy na, at marami pang iba. Kumusta for me? This is for Joseph and welcome to News Worthy Recap Weekly Edition number 52. We have covered since last week, so skip to the tasks provided if it piques your interest. Get that done for the blazing selective summation. Here are some page news commentary for your convenience. Mig Zubiri nag-resign, Escudero inihalal. Nag-resign si Senator Juan Miguel Mig Zubiri sa kanyang posisyon as the Senate President matapos ang mga ugong-ugong na gusto na siyang patalisikin sa pwesto in a form of a coup d'etat sa Senado or senatorial coup d'etat or congressional coup d'etat, just like what Arroyo did, or at least what Arroyo was allegedly supposed to do in the blessing of Liza Araneta Marcos and VP Sara Duterte against House Speaker Martin Romualdez last year. Malala natin nitong linggo lang nagsanib puwersa ang Partido Federal ng Pilipinas o PFP at Nationalist People's Coalition o NPC a year before the 2025 national and local midterms sa pangungunan ni President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Kanyang sensang hindi lang ito pang politika lamang na ang pagsasamang PFP-NPC ay hindi lang para sa susunod na eleksyon. Kasama dito sa signing ng alyansa at partnership of equals ay si dating Senate President, again, Vicente Tito Soto, at si Ilocos Norte 1st District Representative at anak ng presidente na si Congressman Sandro Marcos. Along with some other people that
matagal nang nagtutulungan ang dalawang higanteng partido na ito. Kumbaga, malalim na ang pinagsamahan, isinasa formal lang natin ngayon ang ating relasyon. What makes this alliance durable is that it is a partnership of equals and one anchored on a set of principles. It is not a marriage of convenience, as we often find in politics, but it is born out of a need to unite for the greater good. We are not joining forces for some narrow electoral objective alone. Of course, the approaching political cycle is an important element and has added impetus to what we are doing. But more than that, it is to continue to collaborate, to work on the urgent needs of our people. Our agenda is the nation's progress. Nothing more, nothing less.
Just so that you have a background in here, kasama sila Lito Lapid, J.V. Ejercito, Francis Escudero at Win Gatchalian sa mga senador na galing sa Nationalist People's Coalition, so we know how huge their sway is in the national politics. Not to mention yung mga recently historic allies nila or just pakikipag-alay na Marcos tulad ang PDP na mayroon ring 5 kandidato tulad ni na Ronald Bato de la Rosa, Bongo, Coco Pimentel, which actually doesn't mingle well with the other PDPs kasi nga PDP na lang siya, hindi na siya PDP laban. Francis Tolentino at Robin Padilla. Marami na rin ugong-ugong na nagkakaroon daw these past few weeks and even a year before ng pagpapalit ng liderato sa Senado that could probably be because of a lot of things including the PIDEA leaks or at least yung authorization ni Senate President or at least dating Senate President Mig Zubiri na magpatuloy si Senator Bato de la Rosa sa kanyang pag-imbestiga sa di umano'y PIDEA leaks implicating President Bongbong Marcos and Maricel Soriano as a drug addict and drug abuser, or whatever you want to call it. Quiboloy's warrant of arrest, where we see 5 senators attempting to overturn Risa Ontiveros' contempt citation of the disgruntled pastor, and most probably ang pagbagal ng usapin patungkol sa Chacha o constitutional amendment and most probably ang pagbagal ng usapin patungkol sa Chacha o constitutional amendment na pinupush ng Marcos administration at ang pag-iimbestiga sa People's Initiative referendum na napaka-freaking controversial at ang koneksyon ni House Speaker Martin Romualdez sa mga nagsusulong nito. Sa isang madamdaming resignation/farewell speech, sinabi niyang he fought hard to maintain Senate's integrity and independence at hindi siya lumuluhod sa kanino man. Hindi rin daw siya sumusunod sa mga utos galing sa taas at kahilingan ng mga may kapangyarihan, which is why mainam na nga siguro mag-resign na siya at unahan ang mga ito bago pa siya patalsikin in a disgraceful manner. At saka syempre pinakitaan na rin siya ng I think 13 signatures of the senators that voted for, or at least that backed Senator Escudero's bid for Senate presidency at yung ousting nga ni Mig Zubiri. Living in his own terms, kahit na gusto niya pang ipagpatuloy ang kanyang legacy as the Senate President and Senate presidency.
Madam President, at this juncture, may I move that we recognize our beloved Senate President, Juan Miguel Zubiri, for his speech.
We recognize Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri.
Thank you very much, Madam President. My President, Mr. President, my esteemed colleagues, I rise on a matter of collective and personal privilege. I've always said that I serve at the pleasure of my colleagues, and I thank them for entrusting me with the monumental responsibility of leading the Senate over the past 2 years. It has been my greatest honor of my life as a public servant and the greatest challenge. Never could I have imagined as a neophyte senator learning the ropes from some of the best luminaries of the Senate in Senate history, such as Ed Angara, Joker Arroyo, Miriam Defensor Santiago, Juan Ponce Enrile, Frank Drilon, and many others, that I would one day bear the blessing and burden of the Senate presidency itself. I have given this job my all, and we have been a staunchly independent Senate. Let me say that again. We have been a staunchly independent Senate, holding strong against all threats against our institution and against very threats to the very foundation of the democracy in which our nation is built. And so I have put myself on the line to shield the Senate from all attacks, particularly from efforts to diminish the powers of this institution as the country's last bastion of democracy. In January, we fought against the dreaded People's Initiative, which would have destroyed this very institution I'm standing here right now. God knows what I had to do to defend the Senate. Throughout all this, I could count on each and every one of our colleagues, both from the majority and the minority, whose wisdom and cooperation helped shape the identity of the Senate for this post-pandemic age. But I want to thank my leadership team and those who stayed beside me till the very end. Ma'am Lauren, my Senate President Pro Tem, thank you very much for your loyalty and wisdom. To my dear Majority Floor Leader, pare, thank you for your hard work and dedication. Isa ka sa pinakamasipag nating Majority Floor Leader. Pare, thank you for your friendship till the very end. I love you. You know that. Mahal kita. To Sunny, possibly the best finance chair this institution has ever had, I thank you, sir. Senator JV, what can I say? Your loyalty, your friendship and hard work, which you help steer many important measures in this institution. Nancy, who's been loyal from day one as a friend, never waving. Thank you, my dear. I love you dearly and your family. Sherwin, my kumpadre. Pare, maraming salamat, pare. You are a good friend and kumpadre. I'm proud that you're the ninong of my son. To Bato de la Rosa, who stuck it out with me till the very end. Sir, I salute you, sir. I have never dictated my position on any of you. You know that. I've always supported your independence, which is probably why I face my demise today. I failed to follow instructions from the powers that be. Simple as that. I've listened to all my colleagues throughout my Senate presidency, and again I listened to them today. As we head into a new period for the Senate, I fought the good fight. If I've ruffled some feathers in doing so, then so be it. Hindi ko tinanggap ang pagiging Pangulo ng Senado para lang hayaan na bumagsak ito. Today, I offer my resignation as Senate President of the Republic of the Philippines. And upon stepping down, I vow to serve as an independent member of the Senate. My allegiance as ever belonging only to the Filipino people. I leave with my head held high, knowing that I did what is right for the Senate and for the nation. I wish our new leadership the very best, and I pray that they will be steadfast in upholding the independence of this beloved institution. I will remain vigilant to make sure that the traditions and the rules of the Senate will remain steadfast. Once again, maraming salamat po. Mabuhay ang Senado, mabuhay ang Republika ng Pilipinas.
Thank you very much, Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri, for your heartfelt speech. We are grateful for your service to the institution. Thank you for your service to the nation. Thank you for a job well done, Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri. Session is suspended.
Makikitang humahagulgol si Senator Ronald Bato del Rosa na special mention sa farewell speech ni Zubiri dahil sa kanyang matatag at pakikipaglabang side by side with him sa kanyang investigasyon sa PIDEA leaks na hocus pocus doesn't really do shit. Which is why medyo may bad blood between the administration and Zubiri for even allowing the circus show that is the PIDEA leaks to even become a thing. Tapos si Ronald Bato de la Rosa pa, politicizing the already politicized case of then Senator and now President Bongbong Marcos Jr. and Maricel Soriano's connection with drug abuse and drug links. Ang dami mong pwedeng gawin, or at least madami kang pwedeng i-uphold as the right thing to do, just so that the sacrifice is even grander than what it was, because it's just a fucking PIDEA leaks. You can watch my NIDW recap number 51 for the entire spiel of the story behind the PIDEA leaks, but essentially this is hocus pocus, performative politicizing of Marcos's alleged drug links, which could probably be because of Duterte's order to Ronald Bato de la Rosa, kasi nga lagi niyang ini-implicate si President Marcos in his alleged abuse sa droga. What a waste for Zubiri to stand up for some nonsensical investigation, which I kind of respect in the sense na he doesn't really try to go to the extreme loyalist side of the Senate. And again, the constitutional amendment delays that he had been kind of fueling, because he himself is in fact kind of icky about the constitutional amendment, lalo na yung People's Initiative referendum. Senator Bato de la Rosa's PIDEA leaks investigation back in 2012 pa, yung mga leaks na yun, by the way. And you can watch my NIDW recap number 51 for the entire spiel. Kahit na sabihin mong may credible, or at least may credible accusation na galing sa ating presidente, this is not a good way to kind of fuel or ramp up the investigation with regards to Mr. President's alleged drug use. Nag-resign rin ang ilang mga senador sa kanilang posisyon tulad ni Majority Leader Joel Villanueva, Deputy Majority Leader J.V. Ejercito, Chairperson of Committee on Accounts, Tourism and Ethics na si Nancy Binay, Finance Committee Chairperson Sani Angara, and Senate President Pro Tempore Loren Legarda.
Sa bandang huli, isa lang po ang ating pinipili, ang ating minamahal na Pilipinas. Being part of the leadership, Madam President, carries a cost, requiring leaders to be ready to consistently make sacrifices, prioritizing the interests of their organization, institution, or even their country above their own self-interest. And so today, Madam President, I tender my resignation because the greater cause outweighs my personal interest. Maraming salamat po, Madam President.
I would just like to manifest that I'm also resigning as chairperson of the Committee on Accounts and Tourism and Ethics. Thank you, Madam President.
We take note of the manifestation of Senator Nancy Binay. We thank you for your dedication to duty as well.
At the same time, I'd like to also tender my resignation as the chairperson of the Committee on Finance, the chairperson of the Committee on Youth, and the chairperson of the Subcommittee on Constitutional Amendments, in order to give the new leadership a free hand to choose who they wish to fill up these positions. And I thank our colleagues for the chance to serve them. For the last 5 years as the chairperson of the Committee on Finance, I think we achieved real progress together. And I think if at all I was able to empower you to fulfill or to realize your advocacies.
I would like to resign, of course, to give the new leadership a free hand in reorganizing the Senate leadership. But again, I would like to say that I will always be proud to be part of this institution and proud to have been part of the leadership under Senate President Migs, who really was a very productive team. And thank you very much also to the Senate staff for your cooperation in that at the times that we were on the floor.
Ninominate ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano si now Senate President Cheese Escudero with no other opposition or nomination, and by virtue catapulted Senator Cheese Escudero in the Senate presidency. Kumbaga, this is a staged thing. This is something that was planned long ago. Even those that that was on the side of Zubiri didn't really object to the nomination of Senator Alan Peter Cayetano kay Senator Cheese Escudero. We already know na this is a foregone conclusion at wala nang mangyayari, or at least at that time, wala nang mangyayari to even kind of do a power struggle between the Zubiri side, the minority side, which kind of sides with Mig Zubiri, and the Mig Zubiri side.
So, Madam Senate President, Madam Chair, may I, with all humility but with pride, nominate someone I respect, I admire, and look forward to. I look forward to him being our leader, and I look forward that I will be able to contribute and do my part. May I respectfully and humbly nominate Francis Cheese Escudero as Senate President this afternoon. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. We take note of your nomination of Senate President Francis Cheese Escudero. May I hear from the Deputy Majority Leader, Mark Villar? Yes, may I hear the motion of the Acting Majority Leader?
I move to recognize Senator Jingo Estrada.
Can you please speak louder?
Sorry, I move to recognize Senator Jingo Estrada.
Oh, is that another motion for nomination?
I move that we close the period of nomination, Madam
Yes.
President.
We take note of the nomination. Thank you. And the period of nomination for the Senate President is now closed. Hearing no objection, hearing none, the motion for nomination of the Senate President of the Philippine Senate is now closed. May we hear a motion from the Acting Majority Leader, Senator Mark Villar?
With the permission of Senator Villar, since there are no objections and there's only one candidate, I move that we elect Senator Escudero by acclamation, and that the Chair bang the gavel, symboling that we elect Senator Escudero as our new Senate President. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Any objections? Hearing none. The election of Senate President Francis Cheese Escudero is hereby recognized. Congratulations, Senator Francis Cheese Escudero. May we ask the Senate President, Francis Cheese Escudero, and his family to ascend to the rostrum to take his oath, and may we recognize the Benjamin of the House, the youngest member, Senator Mark Villar, to administer the oath.
Pinalitan ni Senator Francis Cheese Escudero si dating Senate President Mig Zubiri matapos siyang mag-resign sa kanyang posisyon dahil sa pressure daw galing sa itaas. We can also probably put a marker by the fact na nagsanig puwersa ang NPC at PFP, which of course is Escudero's and Marcos's party friends only a day before. Isinumpa ni Senator Mark Villar si Senator Cheese Escudero as the 25th Senate President of the Republic of the Philippines with his wife and showbiz actress Heart Evangelista. He appointed Senator Jinggoy Estrada as the President pro tempore, Francis Tolentino as the Senator Majority Leader, and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules, Alan Peter Cayetano, as the Chairman of the Committee on Accounts. At first, nagulat pa raw si Senator Cheese Escudero na siya ang hinalal sa pagkapangulo ng Senado in a snide, contrived effort to portray himself as nothing but a clueless kind of guy at ako'y inelect dahil sa aking merit. Pero, of course, there are, or at least there have been some kind of staging effort that allowed Cheese Escudero to be catapulted by, again, Alan Peter Cayetano with no issues. Sinasabi niya, or at least pinoportray niya in a contrived effort to portray himself as nothing but a clueless, or at least but clueless sa mga nangyayari. I mean, parang ang weird na nandoon si Heart Evangelista on a kind of a normal day naman in all reality before Senate President Mig Zubiri resigned. Kumbaga, hindi siya pupunta doon kung wala siyang ine-expect. Tapos, bidang-bida pa yung kanyang fashionista prowess. Meron siyang opening speech ready. Talagang kind of disingenuous na sinasabi mong, nagulat ako at hindi ko nga alam na ako ay magiging Senate President before anything happened. But it is then confirmed na siya pa nga ang nag-initiate ng mga calls sa pagpapatanggal kay Zubiri. Reportedly, 6 ang para kay Zubiri, which didn't really kind of voted for Cheese Escudero. Sila ay Senators Susana Angara, Nancy Binay, J.V. Ejercito, Sherwin Gatchalian, Lauren Ligarda, Joel Villanueva. This Senate minority who abstained from voting kind of, even Coco Pimentel said, walang parke ang minorya. 15 senators elected Senator Cheese Escudero. Sila ay Senators Grace Poe, Francis Tolentino, Jinggoy Estrada, Alan Peter Cayetano, Pia Cayetano, Cynthia Villar, Mark Villar, Bato de la Rosa? What the fuck, dude? Bongo, Robin Padilla, Rafi Tulfo, Bong Revilla, Amy Marquez, Cheese Escudero, and Lito Lapid. I mean, ang sakit nun. The person you protected by allowing the investigations of the PIDEA leaks voted for Escudero. Ang sakit na pinoprotektahan mo na nga siya. Tapos tumiwalag pala siya laban sa iyo.
Bato de la Rosa na ano po, talagang pumirma siya din sa... May we get your...
Alam mo, I thought I've seen strange things in my political career. And this happens to be the strangest. Talagang, kung kahapon ako po ay heartbroken, then po ako'y dumbfounded. Talagang hindi ko mag-gets, hindi ko talaga maisip, hindi ko talaga mag-grasp yung pangyayaring yun.
Pero nag-usap
at least alam niya na dinipensahan ko siya bilang isang chairman ng committee. At dahil dyan, nagkaroon po ng sakripisyo, ako po yung sakripisyo dyan, na nawala po ako sa posisyon. Okay lang po yan. Let's move on, I'll move on. Pero yun nga lang, hindi ko talaga maintindihan. I'm in shock. But sige lang, ganun talaga ang politika, di ba? I mean, there's no permanent friends, only permanent interests.
Pero wala na rin naman daw epekto yung boto niya dahil majority na ang pumirma. But if the Duterte centers played or at least stayed with Mig Zubiri's side, which of course Zubiri himself is kind of a Duterte senator, there would be no vote prevailing. Kasi nga, the fact of the matter is, ang sinasabi ni Robin Padilla ni Bato de la Rosa na this is a party decision to elect Senator Cheese Escudero and vote to oust Mig Zubiri. Why didn't you stay behind Mig Zubiri? Kung wala naman talagang epekto, bakit kailangan mo pang mag-side sa majority which you yourself are the reason why he was ejected?
Alam nyo, kami ng PDP, 4 kaming PDP. Okay, ako, Senator Bongo, Senator Bato, Senator Tolentino. Kami ay isang partido, kaya ang boto namin ay isa lang. Naiintindihan ko si Senator Bato kung bakit nagkaroon ng naging emosyonal siya sa pangyayari. Kasi talaga namang para sa akin, at alam ko naman yung nangyari dahil ako ang acting presidente ng PDP. Alam ko kung ano yung nangyari sa aming block. Sa aming block kasi, hindi pwedeng maghiwa-hiwalay. Kung ano yung boto ng isa, dapat yun ang boto ng lahat. Kaya nung kinausap namin si Bato, wala naman siyang nagawa. Wala na siyang nagawa. Kasi kailangan mamili siya, partido o yung kanyang matatawag natin na pakikisama kay SP, MIGS. Siyempre, nanaig yung pagiging party man niya. Kasi yun ang adhikain ng PDP. Kailangan sumunod ka sa sinasabi ng partido. Yun po ang napagdesisyonan namin. Kaya yung artista black o anong black yan, hindi po. Partido po namin ito ng PDP.
Time becomes the only judge when Chacha is reintroduced back to the Senate, dahil notably, the Senate was reluctant under his term, although when he met with Marcos back then, and Romualdez, early he changed his tune a bit, but still, yung investigations at pagbagal ng usapin patungkol sa Chacha o constitutional amendment or charter change or People's Initiative referendum at ang pag-iimbestiga nga again sa People's Initiative referendum at yung koneksyon ni House Speaker Martin Romualdez, kasi may picture pa sila nung pirma firm that ran the EDSA Puera ad, which kind of drummed up the way to People's Initiative referendum. Kasi nga, again, walang hope sa Senate under Zubiri's presidency na ever mangyayari itong constitutional amendment na ito. Here are some more page news for your convenience. AKAP inilunsad ng DSWD. Inilunsad ng Department of Social Welfare and Development ang AKAP o Ayuda sa Kapos, ang KITA program, a social safety net aimed at assisting minimum wage earners para ma-counteract ang impluwensya ng inflation sa kanilang purchasing power. Maalalang na issue ang AKAP, or at least nagkaroon ng issue ang AKAP dahil sa laking budget nito para sa General Appropriations Bill 2024 na pinasa, I think 15 trillion peso budget para sa 2024, habang nagkakagulo dahil sa mga issue patungkol sa pagbayad umano ng pirma ng masa para sumang-ayon sa People's Initiative to amend the Constitution or the 1987 Constitution. Ang problema raw rito is that wala pang implementing rules and regulation o kahit mechanics man lang kung paano may implement at mapapamigay yung pera ang nasabing programang. Kaya maraming mga senador ang nagulantan dahil hindi raw sila or at least hindi raw nila ito nakita. Ang kanilang ina-allege ngayon is that the funds allotted to the AKAP was actually being used to fund them by Senate or the signatures for a People's Initiative to amend the Constitution referendum.
Kinukuha yung aming mga e-signature, tapos sila nang naglalapat dun sa final version. Hindi ko naman alam na kung ano yung insertion, nagtitiwala kami na wala namang kalokohan.
Kung hindi po kayo sumasang-ayon sa bicameral report na ipinasa po sa Senado, di sana hindi po ninyo pinirmahan.
Nagulat din ako sa AKAP at mas lalo akong nagulat sa halaga. 26.7 billion. Isang programa na ngayon ko lang natuklasan at ngayon lang narinig.
Ako rin medyo naging curious sa AKAP, ngayon ko lang narinig eh.
If we look at it, and it says na kailangan mo nasa 12% ng kabuuang botante ng Pilipinas ang lumagda sa referendum at least 3% of the legislative district per legislative district for the entire Philippines ang maaring mag-push for the People's Initiative referendum to be brought to the Congress. Sinasabing makakatulong ang programang ito para ma-bridge ang gap ng pinapalawak ng mataas na antas ng inflation without actually needing to improve upon the daily minimum wage, which although, or at least albeit, the senators have already passed, I think. Pero yun na nga, marami nagpo-push dun sa 100 peso minimum wage increase, a kind of a big step. Kasi 100 pesos ang madalas na nangyayari sa minimum wage regional trial boards and even sa NCR. Mabababa, I think around 50 pesos, 10 pesos lang ang nagiging up or at least nagiging increase sa minimum wage. So 100 pesos is a huge deal. Pero marami pa rin nasasabi na the minimum wage should be 1,000 pesos. Maaring makakuha ng rice assistance, food assistance, medical assistance, funeral assistance at cash relief assistance according to the Memorandum Circular No. 4 Series of 2024. Chelsea Manalo, Miss Universe Philippines 2024. Nagwagi si Filipino-American Chelsea Manalo from the province of Bulacan as the Miss Universe Philippines 2024, pambato para sa prestihiyosong contest sa pinapanood ng milyong katao sa buong mundo at milyong-milyon sa Pilipinas. She is apparently the first, or not really first person of color, but the first African American, probably African American Filipino nominee or candidate to the Miss Universe by the Philippines for the year 2024. Here is a global/international news for your convenience. Iranian president dead after helicopter crash. The 63-year-old Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi was killed in a helicopter crash, along with 7 other people. He was laid to rest at the Gold Dome Imam Reza Shrine. He died in a helicopter crash along with 7 other people in the Sunday helicopter crash being attributed to the bad foggy weather in the Iranian mountain. Vice President Mohammad Mokhber assumed his position as the acting president of Iran and will serve until the end of President Ebrahim Raissi's term in June 28th as Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Is that right? Because it's like the Khomeini, Ayatollah Khomeini, the guy, or the first Supreme Leader, who led prayers to those killed in the helicopter crash. It seems like there was no, or at least there are no foul play involved in this helicopter crash, which means that we do not need to relive the assassination of the deceased Iranian military officer Qasem Soleimani by the United States under former President Trump's orders in January 2020. I even likened him to Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria. I'm not sure, pero the guy that was killed, which started off World War I. At yan ang pagtatapos ng news and worthy recap weekly edition for roughly the 4th week of May 2024. Mag-suggest more topics and or corrections to balitas if you feel I'm mispresenting them in any way. Salamat sa panonood mga kabayang. For me, like, subscribe, and follow my links in socials and avoid Joseph that would be linked down below. Sa susunod muli, paalam! This is the 52nd episode of NIDW Recap Weekly Edition. So that's kind of cool, right? Because I've been doing this for a year, and only recently, or at least only this month in May, did I get one of the highest. I had like 600 hours of watch time. I had like 50,000, around 50,000, or probably 50,000 views in the past 28 days, and 160 and up, or at least still going up for episode, or at least for the last 28 days. So that's kind of cool. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for even listening to a 19-year-old STEM major talk about politics. Thank you for indulging me. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, thank you for watching, and paalam.